Garrison Brothers Texas whiskey. Texas straight bourbon whiskey. Is Texas whiskey really bourbon whiskey? We're going to find out today in the Speakeasy. Hey everybody, welcome back to the Speakeasy. Today we're going to get into some Garrison Brothers small batch Texas straight bourbon whiskey. Now, I've had this bottle about 6 months. I actually went down to Texas for a motorcycle rally, linked up with a really good friend of mine, Dave. I know you're out there. And we went out to the Garrison Brothers distillery in High, Texas. And bought this bottle there. We tried several different, had their tasting tour, etc., and ended up thinking this was the one that best fit my profile, that I liked the most. So, what is Garrison Brothers Texas Straight Bourbon Whiskey? Made by Garrison Brothers down in High, Texas, Hye, Texas. This one is 94 proof, so it's 47% alcohol. The mash bill on this is unknown, but they do state that it is handcrafted from a sweet mash of premium #1 food grade corn, soft red winter wheat from local farms, and two-row barley. I have no idea what two-row barley is. Farms in South Texas. So this one is bottle number 124938, release date 2023. And this is a commemorative distillery bottle. So this one was $90 at the distillery. So it's probably, not that much if you go to, I think it's about $80 if you get these, their small batch whiskey in your local liquor store. It says all Garrison Brothers bourbon is aged at least 3 years. And just a reminder, small batch, there's no definition of small batch. But small batch typically means at least two different barrels were used in the blend, and it could be up to 200 barrels, who knows? But most likely, they're typically, I would say less than 10 barrels, my definition. I don't know for a fact if somebody was going to blend more than 10 barrels, there would be a lot of blending going on. But anyhow, that aside, let's get into this. Try a little Garrison Brothers small batch Texas straight bourbon whiskey. Now the site says the appearance is amber crimson, darker, richer, and fuller than other bourbons. Now I disagree with that assumption. It is a good dark amber color, looks beautiful. Copper wise, it gets a little bit lighter obviously in the glass, a little more copper, but there's other whiskeys, bourbons out there that are just as dark. For instance, you can take this bottle of Jim Beam. This is single barrel Jim Beam, looks almost identical to it. So it's not fuller, darker, and richer than other bourbons, at least not darker. We're going to find out if it tastes richer than other bourbons. Says on the aroma, you should have a subtle nose of golden delicious apple meat and honey, sweet floral verbena. I have no idea what verbena is. Fresh cut grass, saddle leather, cinnamon, and honey. Okay. Don't know that I've ever smelled fresh cut grass in a whiskey before. And I don't smell fresh cut grass in this one. Now, I do smell some apple, and I smell a little bit of cinnamon. I don't know if I got all that other stuff. What they say, sweet floral verbena, again, don't know what that is. Cut grass, nope. Saddle leather, nope. Honey, maybe. I mean, it does smell sweet to me. But I don't get all that other stuff. Basically, a little bit of apple, maybe even they said apple meat. I'm kind of leaning toward apple peel, though there's a fine line there. Smells great though. And that's got a really, really good flavor. It's not hot when it hits the mouth. Now, when we were there taking the tour, they said what you should do, take one drink, let your mouth, because your mouth will start to salivate after you take a drink, then take another drink immediately. And either way, I got about the same flavors there. I pick up a lot of cinnamon on this one. I don't know why, but I do get cinnamon. They said springtime flavors of honeysuckle and orange candy, yellow pound cake, baking spices, lemon gumdrops, and sugar cookies. Now I don't get all that. I got some cinnamon. I may pick up a little bit of orange, but I'm still on the fence on that one. Because I get the cinnamon and it is sweet to me, I lean toward a snickerdoodle, not a sugar cookie. I lean toward the snickerdoodle cookies. Got a great smell. Got a good taste. Mm. And this is one, as you've heard me say many times here on the channel, most bourbons I will drink on the rocks. I can drink this one. This one is 94 proof. I could drink this one neat, just like that. Be a good one out of an evening by the fire. Great, just broke my glasses. So this one it doesn't, at 94 proof, it's not really strong. It doesn't drink hot and spicy. Doesn't have a long finish. I can still feel a little bit of warmth in my chest, but mouth-wise, it's not a long, lingering finish. I would say probably medium. It's not hot in the mouth, not hot going down. Got a good sweet flavor. I think that it probably drinks a little bit lighter than the 94 proof, but that's still pretty light. I prefer my window 90 to 110, and usually when I get above 100, I really have to find just the right one. So this one is definitely in the window of what I like to drink. Let's see, it said long and lingering finish. I disagree with that. Personally, for me, it was about medium. It says complex, smoky, county fair, caramel apple sprinkled with walnuts and cinnamon. Definitely not in my book. Now, because the flavor, the smell had the cinnamon and the apple, I do understand where they could get this closing taste, lingering cinnamon apple. I don't get that. I got that in the front end, not in the back end of the lingering as it goes away. I still get a little bit of cinnamon, but the apple was definitely forward for me instead of being at the end. But it's a great bottle of whiskey. It's a great story. If you go out on their website, the guy in Texas, he found out, he says, technically, back when he started making this, bourbon, he thought bourbon could only be made in Kentucky, Bourbon County, Kentucky, kind of where it got its start. But it doesn't have to be made in Kentucky. Bourbon has a specific, defined way of being made, not a defined place of being made. So he was able to start his company in Texas, and ended up in the long run, we have what we have here, and they're down there doing great. Strongly recommend, if you ever get down around the Kerrville, Texas, High Texas area, go by, get yourself a tour and go see their setup down there. It's really interesting and fun to watch. And they've got a lot more whiskeys, bourbons that you can try out down there. Let me know what you think. Have you tried some of the Garrison Brothers? Give me those comments in the comments section below. Let me know what you think. Tell me what other ones that you've tried that you prefer, if you prefer over the small batch. Hey, thanks for watching. Appreciate you guys tuning into the channel. Be sure to thumbs up, like, subscribe, share with your friends and family. Come back and see me next time here in the Speakeasy.